Oh no, see you walking around like it's a funeral.
Hello everyone, my name is Kayla Ballard. I am
how do I explain who I am? I'm Elaine.
I did the hair and makeup design for Kamiak High School last winter, so Elaine asked me to do it for Cascades this year. I'm a photographer, I have a background in photography, but I'm not a video maker. I am not a professional makeup artist. I'm just someone who really loves makeup, who has a lot of opinions about makeup, and just someone who owns a camera who has some time to film something for you guys, so I'm gonna do that now.
Okay.
I apologize if I'm not in focus, if the lighting is weird. I am literally in my room right now. I have a table of makeup in front of me and the camera in front of me. It's a very odd setup. It's not professional by any means. There's shadows. I apologize for that. I hope you enjoy anyways. I hope that you can figure out how to put this makeup on your face with the help of me putting the makeup on my face. So let's see how it goes, shall we? I just did a day of work. I actually just came from guard practice at Kamiak High School where I am currently teaching. I already have my eyebrows done. I already have some foundation and blush and highlighter, and you guys will not be using highlighter in your look, or at least not like from what I'm going to show you in this video. Remember, everything that I show you could change completely depending on what your staff thinks is best for the show and whether or not you're successful with doing this. Yeah, I'm just going to go from the beginning. I have a list for you guys. All right, so let's get into this. I know you're going to be on tour and you're going to be really busy, but it's really important to moisturize your skin with something. I'm using Olay Complete All Day Moisturizer. It has SPF in it. SPF will be so important because you are going to be in direct sunlight all of the time. I definitely suggest having a face moisturizer with you all summer that has SPF in it, and that you plan on washing your face, applying moisturizer before you apply your makeup. So that's step one, moisturizing. Step two is going in with any primer that you have. I have two right here. This is the NYX Pore Filler. This is really great if you have super large pores. It's going to kind of help to fill in those pores, and it also will help to just make your skin a little smoother, a little less textured. And right now I'm using the Nivea Men Sensitive Post Shave Balm. This is like a weird YouTube thing that's happened. This has glycerin in it, which just helps makeup stick to your skin. So I tend to use both. I use pore filler right in the middle, and then I use this on kind of like my cheek and jaw area where things really easily get rubbed off, just to help try and make it stay a little longer. We'll also be using a setting spray, and you can also use hairspray on your face to make your makeup last all day long. So you want to prep your skin, basically, is the whole first part, is just prepping your skin to put a crap ton of makeup on it and allowing it to stay all day long. So prepare your skin with whatever products you have. And I've already done that today. All right, the next step will be foundation. I would suggest using something matte. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. I've been using this with pretty much with a bit of success. I am combination skin. I'm like pretty oily, but I have super dry patches. And this has been really nice, gives really nice coverage. You're gonna wanna just like cake this onto your face, try and get a shade that matches you. Remember, you probably will be getting tanner throughout the summer, so I suggest buying maybe like your pre-summer shade and like your end of summer shade. So cake that onto your face. Don't forget to get your neck and your ears as well, especially if your shade is changing, okay? You can use a beauty blender. You can use any sort of makeup brush. I tend to apply this particular foundation directly onto the brush and then pat it on. Try not to swipe it too much. That'll create a lot of texture in your foundation. So
I just kind of pat this on, put it on, slather it on.
And then I will set it with a powder of some sort. This is the Physicians Formula Mineral Wear. This is a full coverage powder foundation. This is an option. You can also use something like the RCMA No Color Powder. This will not add any coverage, but this will help to just set your foundation. Again, we're just trying to make our makeup last as long as possible. Definitely set it with some sort of powder and some sort of rounded brush. This is a kabuki brush. This is a Circa, CRCA, I don't even know, big fluffy powder brush. I have my Real Techniques powder brush, any sort of big fluffy brush to just set that powder down. You'll also want to put foundation or concealer onto your eyelids and like prep your eyelids, set them with powder as well, just so that nothing creases throughout the day. I tend to work with doing my entire face and then working on my eyes and then finishing off with my lips, so that's kind of what I'm going to do here. If at this point you want to move on to your eyes, go ahead, and if you want to go back in later on, like that's fine, but I'm going to keep going with my face a little bit. You kind of want to do whatever your normal kind of blush, bronzing, contour routine is. That's what you want to do here. So just like a really light, like we're not contouring as like the look. So I'm going to go in with this $3 Wet n Wild contour palette. This is like a super gray ashy color. Really great for contouring for people who are super fair skinned like me. And I'm just going to go in with some of that right on the shadow that my cheekbones make. And just intensifying that a little bit.
So serious, girl, why those feet cold? We just getting started, don't you tiptoe.
I'm also going to do the temples, my temples on my forehead.
Waste time with the masterpiece, to waste time with the masterpiece.
And I'm going to define my jawline as well.
You should be rolling me, you should be rolling me.
If you contour your nose, congratulations, you're better at makeup than me. I don't do anything with my nose. If you went a little intense with the contour and you want to just re-powder it up just to make sure that makeup lasts a little bit longer, be my guest. I'm going to do a little bit of that. I'm taking the RCMA No Color Powder in sort of a small setting brush. It's pretty small compared to like the other big fluffy brushes I showed you earlier.
You're a real life fantasy, you're a real life fantasy. But you're moving so carefully, let's start living dangerous.
This is a technique called baking, where you just stick a bunch of white powder wherever you want a little extra highlight or a little extra makeup setting. You stick tons of powder on there. So with one of those big fluffy brushes, whatever you use your powder on, I'm just gonna blend that back out. Just sweep off all that powder. If I didn't have my brows done already, this is when I would do them. So I've been using this Rimmel London Brow This Way Brow Sculpting Kit. I use the pomade inside and then the powder. Small angle brush.
That's not in focus, and it's not going to focus because I don't have autofocus.
But it's a small angle brush, and you can use that to kind of do whatever you want with your brows. I also suggest setting those with powder. Basically, always set everything with powder. So let's move on to the eyes, shall we? I wish I could zoom you in a little closer, but I'm kind of afraid to move the setup that I have right now because I might not get it back. We're going to move on to eyes.
The goal for these eyes that I'm going to try to do, it's like a purple and black, gold, glitter, smoky, cat crease, cat eye.
So we're going to try and create a whole bunch of angles that pulls our eyes up and pulls the corners in, and also makes our eyes look bright while also putting in like tons of gold glitter. So we've already primed our eyes. You want to put some sort of liquid down and then set it with some powder. What I'm actually going to do is go ahead and just work on my first eye. I'm just going to try and like figure out what I'm doing first. So I'm going to cut this right now. Alright y'all, here's kind of what we've got going on. It's like okay. I'm really excited to do the second eye because I think I'm going to omit this bottom liner because it makes it look super harsh, and I'm going to just like still do an intense wing but like open up everything even more. Here's like our baseline, and then let's see if we can make it even better together this time. Put down a shadow of some sort that will help with blending out later, but I'm going to use one of these shades, kind of like this baby right here, a skin tone basically, and I'm just going to pile that into my crease just so that we're not going straight in to where like our powder is. Like we're just putting something down that will differentiate our eyelid skin from the rest of our skin. And then just to help keep the structure, I'm going to go in with a brow highlight. It's just any sort of white color. So this is Bites by ColourPop. It's just a white shadow, a white matte shadow. And I'm just going to highlight my brow bone with this. And remember, this is show makeup. We're not trying to hide the fact that we're wearing makeup. We're trying to wear makeup that tells a story. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with small brushes and purple and black shadows, and we're just gonna go in from outer corner all the way here, all the way up through this crease, trying to keep any shadow off of the lid and doing anything we can to keep our lid as bright as possible. So I was using this little flat tapered brush by e.l.f. I found it to be pretty big. Towards the end, I switched to this guy. He's comparatively super tall, super skinny, and he draws much better lines. So I'm gonna go straight in with this guy. Elaine has your purple and your black already picked out for you. I'm using this little e.l.f. compact. It has a purple and a black, and then a touch of the purple because it's one of the purples from this palette as well. Your shades are covered. Don't worry about them, okay? I'm gonna go in with the purple first, and we're just gonna go into it. So we're starting by just kind of drawing the line, just kind of outlining the shape of our crease. We are doing a cut crease. We want that crease to be able to cut a bitch. With the same brush, going in with some black. Just a touch of black. Going in with kind of a bigger fluffy brush. This also happens to be from e.l.f. And there's no product on this, and I'm just blending out what I just put on. Just little strokes, bloop, 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 just work it into the skin.
Goddamn.
Once you've blended it out a little bit, just going back in with this tall skinny guy with the purple and the brown again, just to keep deepening up that color.
See you licking frosting from your own hands. Want another taste? I'm begging you.
Ooh, it's black. That is black, not that black guy.
Just blend it out.
I'm tired of all this candy on the dry land.
I'm keeping all that shadow off the lid. It's staying right in that crease, and I'm not like going like this, okay?
Dry land, oh. Waste time with the masterpiece, waste time with the
Something that might be really helpful, especially if you're working with a small brush set, is something like this. This is the Veramona color switch. It's this little tin. The lid comes off, and there's this foam pad that's washable and reversible inside of it. And if you're using a makeup brush, you just swirl it in here, and it kind of rips off any pigment that you have on there. So even though I just dipped this brush in black, I kind of was able to get some of that black off, so that when I go in with this purple, the black isn't there because it's a little dark, right? We don't want it to be just a black and gold. We want there to be some like purple.
You should be rolling me, you should be rolling me. You're a real life man.
One thing about doing foundation before eyes, upon hindsight, we're doing a cat eye. We want to create a line here. So what I'm going to do is take a makeup wipe, fold it a little bit. That's how you create a straight line. Hold it taut. And then you're just going to put it up against kind of the shadow line, and then like gently rub that line. And it's going to rub off all the makeup underneath, but it's going to create a harsh line, which is going to make doing your liner easier later because you're just going to follow that straight line. I think it's time we go in with the glitter. You're going to need glue. I'm using lash glue. I suggest glitter glue because lash glue is not comfortable when it's not on your lashes. I can like feel it. It's working, it's keeping that glitter on, but I can feel it. And you want a brush that you're okay with being destroyed. You want it to be a flat, preferably synthetic kind of packing brush. And what you're gonna do with this, you're gonna put glue on it. You're gonna put the glue onto your lid, being really careful not to get glue where you don't want glitter. And then you're going to dip the brush into the glitter, and you're going to pat the glitter onto the lid. Again, making sure it's not somewhere where you don't want glitter, because once it's there, it's going to stay there. This brush is going to get destroyed. Like, this will be the only thing you can use this brush for.
You're a real life fantasy.
Patting, not swiping.
But you're moving so carefully. Let's start living dangerously.
dipping into the glitter and then tapping that carefully onto your lid. The slower you go, the less fallout there will be. We're gonna do the same thing on the inner corners, going back in with some glue. Into the glitter. So we've got glitter on the entire lid and the inner corner all the way down to this lower lash line here, covered in gold glitter. Kayla, what do we do about fallout? Fan brush, or even your powder brush, but try and have a brush that you're going to use specifically for wiping glitter off your cheeks. And you're just gonna go in there super lightly and just get it off. We're going to go in with liner. So I'm using a NYX liner, whatever liner you draw lines with. Put your elbow down on whatever surface is in front of you. Try not to do it freehand. You're going to go from the lash, you're going to follow that eyeshadow line up toward the tip of your brow. Boom. Now you're going to connect the tip of that with your lashes, kind of like a third of the way into your eye. Connect it. Boom. 2 lines. Boom. Fill those in. Jesus, take the wheel. Oh, okay. And then you don't want to go all the way to your inner corner. You want to go to like the end of your lash line. Do you see how I'm not quite toward the end? Like, don't go to here. Go to here. It's going to be up to your staff. I really much prefer the look of this kind of open than this kind of closed. I am going to just line my waterline to see what that looks like, but here's that with no bottom anything. I'm going to tight line this, and then I'm just going to pat a little bit of our purple on that lash line, just because the bottom lash line is what makes the look usually, that and lashes. This is the point when you will curl your lashes, put mascara on your lashes, and glue some lashes to your face. I am not gluing lashes to my face because it's 9 p.m. on a Wednesday. You want to put mascara on your top and bottom lashes. I'm going to go back in with this full coverage powder. This is where something like a powder foundation, a compact will come really in handy. I'm going to grab some of that and I'm going to put it under my eyes. Lips. This is going to be fun. We're doing a purple and glitter ombre lip. So we're going to start with liner, of course. Another one of these things that Elaine already has for you guys. And you're just going to line the outer corners of your lips. Okay, so we're going to go from dark, gradient to gold, and then back gradient to dark.
Hey, you're fucking delicious. Talk to me.
Go in with our purple lipstick. You're going to be using a slightly different one than this, but this is what I'm going to go with. I'm going to keep building up. I'm basically going to cover the rest of my lip except for the very, very center. I'm going to go in with a little bit of that lip liner on the top lip just to give myself some fullness. This next part, I would wait until the very last minute because basically we're going to put glitter in the center of our lip, but once we do that, game's over. You don't get to touch your lips anymore. Like you have glitter glued to your lips. just gonna use my finger for this. Dab it into the center of the lip, just where I want glitter.
Keep on hoping, Billy Kate by the ocean. Walk for me, baby.
Let's go in the glitter.
I'll be Diddy, you'll be Naomi. Oh, let's lose our minds and go walking crazy. That's right. Keep on hoping, Billy Kate by the ocean.
Ooh, my lips are giving me life. I love them. I love them so much.
We kind of spent a long time just now on our face, so I'm gonna kind of go back in and like va-va-voom everything. I'm just gonna go in with a little bit more contour, a little bit more blush, just like what has changed in the last 20 minutes and like how can we make it better. I found that a lot of doing makeup is just doing things over and over again until they look the way you want them to look. So as far as I'm concerned, this is the finished look. I am going to go in with this bottom liner over here just so that when I film the things you see at the beginning of the full look, my eyes are the same, but you're gonna get, you know, you'll start to see that like this isn't necessarily the best look. I think this is the best look. This is what we do. I mean, this glitter ombre lip was not the hardest thing in the world. I think it looks really pretty. It's kind of comfortable. I almost would suggest using your lash glue on your lips instead of the glitter glue. It might be a little bit more hardcore. It should look really, really pretty on everyone. I'm really excited. Boys, I think you're just going to be doing some gold glitter on your cheekbones, maybe some gold glitter in your brows. You're going to have to ask Elaine about that. I'm not sure. I hope you all got something out of this tutorial. I hope you have an amazing season. I hope I get to see you perform once or twice. I hope I get some videos on YouTube to watch. I'm really excited to be a part of your show. Good luck. My fingers are crossed for you. Break a leg. And, I think that's all I have for you. I hope you enjoy, okay?
By the ocean.